All right, we're back in the man cave. I am the host. You know who I am, Black Irish. We are back again today. We got a video from MGTOW Alpha. Modern women are not getting asked out or accepted at work anymore. Please go to their channel. These guys got great content, and I love that. I give them all the props in the world, and make sure I leave the link in the description box. I want you to go over there and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I like basically spreading the word of man to all over the globe, all over the internet, because we should be promoting each other, and that's what I do. You help me, I help you, and I do the best I can with what I can. But anyway, we're gonna see why these women are so bothered.
I'm not attracted to the independent alpha woman as it's made out to be online. Men love women in their feminine. And guess what, girlies? I used to be one of you. I used to be the alpha girl that is so independent and so strong and doesn't need no man. I ended up attracting only feminine men because I'm not allowing any man to be able to provide for me because I'm stepping into his role. I am the leader. I am the provider. I am so in my masculine. As women, we're naturally in our feminine energy, but more often than not, through traumas or painful, hurtful experiences, we have to step and we are forced to step into our masculine. And this can look like being a control freak, protecting yourself. If you're in charge, if you're the leader, if you're the alpha woman, if you're so independent, it's
always man's fault. Man's fault for you being alpha. You were forced. You didn't make a decision. You didn't choose to be masculine. And it's not really necessarily masculine. You're just not feminine. And it's somehow a man's fault. And men are looking more feminine because you're not feminine enough. You are trying too hard to be masculine. No one forced you to do it. You chose to be masculine. You drank the Kool-Aid. You drank the milkshake. You took all the stuff they told you you're supposed to do and finding out that you were lied to. But did you stop yourself? No, you did not. You continue to keep doing it. Whose fault is that? That's your fault. You chose to do these things. No one is forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. But what do? They bitch, moan, complain, and say it's not their fault. It's never their choice. It's someone forcing them with a gun to their head, telling them they had to do something. You wanted it.
Protect yourself from the outside hurt that could happen again. What happens is you're shutting yourself off from the world, you're stepping into your masculine energy, and you're attracting the wrong men into your life. Because guess what? There's an interplay between the dynamic of feminine and masculine. So if you as a woman are in your masculine energy, guess what you attract? Feminine men.
We wouldn't want that for you right now, would we? That's not true, but it's a good reason to have now that you're 50. I was on my own and feeling some kind of energy, male or not. I was just knowing too much and controlling, and I had a bad attitude or personalities, and it was that hard to be with you. 30 years ago, there were no such things as feminine guys, so you weren't attracted to them. 30 years ago, you could only get guys who were willing to put up with that behavior to sleep with you. They did it, then left. That's why there aren't any around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to see modern women are not getting asked out or accepted at work anymore. Allow us to begin right away.
It just doesn't make sense to me how women are not being asked out on dates. Like, there are so many beautiful women, like, come on, like, just shoot your shot. But a lot of the things that the guys were telling me, and these were guys from the ages of, like, 19 to 40, was like, no, we don't want to intimidate a woman. If we see them on the street, like, we'll cross the road so that they feel safe. I do that. No, we don't want to come across creepy. So I do see that, obviously, culture has really, like, removed this from the man, this kind of, like, the art of the chase. And then that, I think, in effect, is making more men passive.
There's a two-part solution that I have to this dilemma. Number one, women need to stop shaming men for simply approaching them, whether he is attractive in her eyes or not. Yes, I'm calling you out, ladies. Part two, I might get a lot of backlash for this, but more women need to approach. And just to be clear, ladies, I'm not talking about you just doing a brief look at him or a super quick smile, because those are such little hints that he might just think that you're being nice.
Today, women pick and choose.
And that's 100% the truth. A lot of women don't have any skill set on how to mac, but they want them because they're expecting the man to do all the work. They're just there to show up, flaunt their assets, and then walk away. Look at someone in their direction. We're in an era where now men don't even know what to expect anymore. You women have ruined dating so badly that men don't even want to bother being approached by you. And then you're shocked and appalled at the things that you thought were normal don't work out anymore. Well, that's because you didn't think about it. You didn't think if it was a good idea, if you should do these things. If it worked so well before, why not just continue doing it?
To be with a guy that every girl
shop and I'm talking to the boyfriend saying, "Oh, what can I get for you?" And the girlfriend is just staring at me like this. It's a part of my job. I don't want your man. And so then I purposely try to make eye contact with the girlfriend to show hey, I don't want him. But she doesn't say anything. He just orders for her. And so I can't just look at you when he's trying to order.
Yes, but you see, it's all because guys are shy, not you. That's a pretty simple way to solve your problem. Talk to the lady first, then the boyfriend when they walk into your store for the first time.
You know what I just realized about relationships? A guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship. And over time, that will slowly go down from 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then you notice, and you only notice when it goes down to 75 or 80%, and then you say something. And then when you say something, he puts back 5% effort and you're content. You're like, okay, he put in some effort, but it never goes back up to 100 or 90 or 95. It just goes from that 75 to 80. And then it goes back down again to 70. And then it goes down to 60. Long story short, it'll just go back down to 10% when it started at 100. I'm not saying all men do this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as a woman, I feel like we invest more time and put in more effort as the relationship goes on because it becomes more and more serious. Moral of the story, if you're dating a guy and he starts off at 100% effort and you're noticing over time it's slowly going down, I just think that you deserve.
This woman said,
What she won't talk about is the fact that women do this too. How many women gain weight and then bitch and moan saying it's impossible to lose weight? But if they were to lose the attraction to that man, they want to go in the dating market, they can figure out how to lose the weight. Women start saying, I don't want to have sex because I'm tired of this and that. Men don't do that. Women do that, but we don't want to bring that up. Women think that they do everything possible in a relationship to make things better, but they really don't. How many times have you heard of men saying, I'm in a sexless marriage, or they get it once a month or a year? This is where women control all of that, and they pretend that this is not what they're doing. They seriously will sit there and pretend oh, we don't do that. That's not what we do. We offer it. They just don't want it. Why don't I hear some more stories about men relinquishing sex? It's always women doing it.
Says that guys give 100% at first, but then they only give 70% until she nags them. It goes up for a while and then goes down again. That means that over time, women give more in a relationship, right? That's why guys say they're not having any fun in the bedroom anymore. Their woman now weighs 200 pounds, and the men are always running around and jumping whenever she says jump. But it doesn't work because women give so much more, right? Please tell me another story.
Imagine.
And that's the crazy thing. A lot of women think that they do everything perfect. They don't actually want to listen to men when they tell them, no, you're not doing these things right. Why? Because then the man's going to start losing out on sex. He's not going to be able to have a peaceful home to come to. She's going to complain that, oh my God, I do everything right. What are you talking about? Because you don't want to just hear the fact that the man just said, you're a pain in the ass. You nag. You won't leave him alone. He wants his peace. You want him to take up the garbage. I told you to take up the garbage. It's my freaking house. I'll take it out when I want to. If it's that serious, take the garbage out. Unless there is a pile of garbage and raccoons and homeless people are scavenging through it in our kitchen, calm the F down. It's not that big of a deal. You guys can't control yourself. You never had control your entire life, so you get married to finally have control over someone. And you don't understand that your boss who can mess up your checks, you will never call him out for nothing. But your man doesn't want to take out the garbage right then and there because he's doing something. He just worked crazy hours at work and he wants to find his peace. You just decide this is the best time to tell him that the garbage hasn't been taken out. Okay, Bishop. This is why men get tired of it and they start toning it down. But do women think about this? No, because men consider a relationship more than the woman does. It's more about her than it is with him about himself, because he thinks about the relationship before that until he starts to drop down in percentages and doesn't start even care anymore. And then he finds someone else.
Thinking that it was a bad thing, by the way, for a man to say that it's their job to take care of women. Remember when that was noble? Do you remember? I don't remember. When the Titanic was sinking, I don't remember all the women complaining that they were on the boats first with the children. No, no. Were they like, no, no, I'm staying here. Men, you take the boats. I've got this. No, because that would be weird. That would make no sense, right? And now we're warped, right? So this now we've been programmed as women to think that when a man says it's my job to take care of a woman, you're supposed to be offended by that. Instead of saying to yourself, well, that's a fundamentally decent man that thinks that's his job and is going to work his butt off to make that happen. Warped society. Don't play the game.
Women are conditioned to believe things, and the men too. I mean, just look at politics. But if we're sticking to this, women just have absolutely no idea how to shut the hell up and enjoy a good thing. Now you're telling men that, well, I don't need you to hold the door for me. But at the same time, you're complaining that men don't do nice things for you. You want a man that opens up to you, but you're shocked that men don't open up to you because women weaponize it. You do all these things and then you're shocked and appalled. And in the end, like, why don't these men ever want to do these things? How come men don't want to go out there and take care of me? How come men aren't the same men that they were back in the day? How come an old guy back in the day, you know, who's old dude, basically was a gentleman helping me, but these young guys don't, because he came from a different generation where that was already hardwired into him. This new generation doesn't care about you. You're annoying as hell, and you do stupid things, and then you pretend to be stupid because we know you are stupid, pretending that you can't figure out why these men are like that.
The only reason that men say women and children first in tragedies, like when a ship sinks, is so that they can hang back and kiss each other. Wake up.
I understand that's not the only reason, but the major reason is that after 20 years of marriage to one of you, they will choose to stay away and enjoy the cold darkness.
If he's not paying all of your bills, then you are not in any relationship with him.
So if a woman insists on paying her own bills, even if she considers herself to be in a relationship with someone, according to this person, they're not actually in a relationship because he's not their sugar daddy.
Why the hell would you give him a full access to you if he's the only person who benefits from that relationship?
And how does that make sense?
Men benefit just by being seen with you.
Men, did you know that? You benefit just by being seen with a woman.
Just by sharing your energy, your precious feminine energy with him and your beauty, you're giving them extra confidence and ego boost. You're just giving them social and personal promotion for free, just by giving them an access to you. And another thing is that why would you give him husband privileges if he is not even able to cover all of your bills?
Some women actually don't like being dependent on men to pay their bills. They prefer to do it on their own, whether or not they're in a relationship with them or not.
He's the only person that benefits from that, not you.
Oh dear.
Men fall in love by investing in you. And if you don't make them invest in you, then sooner or later, they will stop respecting you.
Let's hear it for transactional relationships, ladies and gentlemen.
Is him paying your bills? It's just bare minimum. It's your non-negotiable. It's 2024 and we need to become a little bit more selfish.
Remember, the moral of this story is, in order to be respected as a woman, you need to get paid. No.
Adding.
I love that woman. She's actually pretty cool in my book. This is why I say women, there's certain people that should not have podcasts because they say stupid things. It's kind of like that guy who's talking about how your children are asset. It was worded incorrectly, but it's the fact that their children are just useless to him. What am I going to gain out of taking care of your kids? I don't give a crap. And the honest truth is, if your children were to one day not like me, or they do like me and you want to leave, those kids are gone. So these type of people, these like women who tell women to be selfish and gold diggers, just go to their comment section. Listen to all the women that agree with it, because that is telling you what modern dating is coming to nowadays, how it's become so toxic that women, even if they're just saying it because they want to fit in, you are now marked for life, because all you want to do is try to fit in, and you didn't think, is this the smart thing for me to say with my name on a profile and me with the stupid videos of me playing with a cat and clearly showing I have no personality, or showing food I eat, but you show your face. So now men are going to look at that and going to say, I don't want to date this woman. Why would I want to date a modern woman? This is how they think. Be a gold digger. Get your money's worth, girl. Get the bag. You deserve this. You deserve that. They just don't seem to understand that the problem is that a large portion of you are tainted. And you made yourself tainted, regardless if you wanted to do it or not. You fucked yourself over because you couldn't figure out that clearly men will be turned off by this, because you would just assume men will just take me anyway. Well, we'll see by 2030 and see if that's true or not.